And how we doing, everybody? We bring back Tyler Truex on the show for our weekly update. After another rainout, we were back at Wall for the Sportsman 100 lapper, plus 40 laps in the modified. Now, there's been a lot of talk about both races. You're a champion at Wall. I mean, you primarily focus on the modifieds. Typically see the sportsman run shorter races. What did it mean for you to have the opportunity on the sportsman side with Joe King for 100 laps?
Yeah, I'm always thankful to Joe and his family for allowing me to go run their car. These things, like I always say, it's not a cheap hobby for one, and then for somebody to let you go drive their cars is special in itself. But Joe, he's been a close friend for a while now. We have fun racing together. So, and I really enjoy them longer races. So he was really looking forward to getting his car into a longer race. That's really the longest race his car's been in, sportsman wise. So we were looking forward to that race and seeing how we could do. Definitely didn't start out the way we really wanted. As far as timing wise, we just missed it some reason. I thought I felt a lot faster than we timed, but yeah, ended up timing way back in 11th. So we weren't too thrilled with that. But yeah, like I said, um, just fun being in that division, trying to go just after wins. It's the modified stuff is try and survive and end goal, championship stuff. So it's fun to get into the sportsman and just go have fun.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned the struggles early. You fortunately missed the redraw, but quickly climb through the field, make it up to third, but get spun on one of the restarts, and you make it up to seventh, even with those single file restarts at the end. I mean, what did the performance say? Making it back through the field, in those closing laps about the car that Joe brought.
Yeah, I mean, after getting spun there and going to the back, I actually got into the back of the 52 car and bent the whole right front up pretty good. Um, so we ended up coming into the pits. I had like over an inch and a half of toe knocked out of it. So we ended up getting that pretty well close back to where it was. But obviously everything else was bent up too. So we started in the back and drove it back up to seventh. That was pretty cool. We still ran our best lap time bent up too. Like I said, the first half of the race was a lot of fun, following Jimmy and then following James. Us three it was cool to just kind of move through the field like we were. I mean, every single restart, us three were gaining. It was fun to kind of step through the field, us three, modified drivers and kind of showing like like the sport slowed down so much more than the modified stuff on it's a lot different, so it was cool for us to kind of move through the field and show a little bit what we can do on the modified end of things when we get to a sportsman. But yeah, all in all, I mean, we got spun out there, middle of the race. It really, I mean, that's just racing, right? I mean, modifieds are beating and banging to begin with, and when we all stack up like that on the bottom, it's just a part of it, product of the race. And I was upset in the moment. um, a lot goes through your head in that moment as far as like getting spun. You don't, you didn't do it yourself. So it's just yeah, heat of the moment. I was upset, obviously. But looking back, that's gonna be racing. It's part of it. So chalk it up as a loss. Come back and keep fighting. See you another day.
Yeah, appreciate the honesty there on what was going through your head, but definitely a good and strong performance by that team and you out there. Pete from Wall Speedway came out and saying that he thought the that length was just a little bit too far with the gas and distance there. And did you think like the flow of the race changed compared from the first half to the second half?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we just had that time to cool down. I mean, some guys thought they were getting the miracle adjustment for one. There was a lot of, I think everybody kind of knew that there was going to be that halfway break, and they all just drove smart, right? Like I've said 100 times, we run the tour race, and we're half throttle 90% of the race, all in line, just flowing, just kind of hitting your marks and just there's no really reason to get aggressive that early. Same thing in that sportsman race kind of played out. It seemed like everybody was kind of just buying their time and just taking it easy. And we all kind of got a separation and into a groove, and everybody kind of just leveled off, and just started hitting their marks. But once you stack the field back up, you know you only got 50 to go. You feel like that's the time to start making moves and going, and cautions breed cautions, right? I mean, one time, one incident happens, they stack us back up. It's a product of it, unfortunately. But yeah, it screwed up the flow a little bit. But in hindsight, for Pete, if the caution came out lap 15 and stacked us back up again, and that chain of events happened, and he didn't have that halfway break, and we had guys running out at lap 85, 90, then he'd look like an asshole as well. So it's a double-edged sword for him, you know. I mean, I think it. I think everything could have went great if we just all kind of a little better in the second half. Not saying that it's just. I mean, one incident led to another, right? I mean, if we could have just if a couple of those incidents didn't happen and we could have kept the flow going, it who knows what would have happened.
Got it. Thanks for touching upon that. With the new promoters, they're trying to learn and appreciate Pete being vocal on that. Moving to the modified side of things, strong showing and practice is on Friday and Saturday. You redraw first. No, the start was going to be wild with Reed behind you and Blake on your outside. You get shuffled there. What was like that restart for or that the start of the race for you from the driver's seat?
Yeah, I mean, those ones are always not nerve-wracking, but kind of are tough, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't qualify the pole. We weren't really the fastest car that night. I felt like we were a top five car at most. I mean, we've just been trying to hit on things, and we just didn't really. We were struggling a little bit, so I was nervous on starting out front there, seeing if I couldn't protect like Blake did those first 2 weeks. Whoever got out front kind of just took off, right? So I was hoping I could kind of do the same thing, but I knew I didn't really have the car to do it. So yeah, Steven got me there that first lap, and he had to do what he had to do as far as getting around us. I mean, the guy who started on pole won the race the last 2 weeks, so yeah, he had to get going. We fell back to third, and I just was building super tight as the run kept going. And we had that long green flag run there, so I just kept falling back. Um, yeah, so I just if we just missed it a little bit on setup, you know, that's part of it. But yeah, I was nervous on starting on the pole on that one as far as trying to lead the field and staying there.
Knowing the situation, same thing from the grandstands. Unfortunately, Knight didn't get better. Get driven up the track by Jimmy. And then you get caught up in the traffic behind you, ending the night early. Any thoughts on what happened there? No, it's very frustrating in the moment, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a part of it, right? I mean, with what happened in the first incident, the Sportsman, frustrations boiled over, I'd say. I mean, I wasn't even out of the car yet. And things were happening in the pits and arguments were happening, and I was still on the track for the Sportsman stuff. So some of them feuds probably transpired into the modified stuff, which sucks, you know. I was kind of just bleeding. I was going backwards. Like I said, I was super tight. I was running the top there to try and get it to turn, and I was going backwards. We only had 6 laps to go, so I was kind of just trying to survive. Um, and like when Jimmy said in the pits to my whole crew, and next time he gets around me, he's gonna junk my stuff. So, yeah, that's what he did. He got up next to me, and we touched wheels, which I really didn't think was that crazy. And then I seen him go down in the apron and kind of set me up to straight line me into three. So I just tried to check up. You know, if I think I would have checked up, me and Jimmy just would have stopped up in turn three and four. But the guys behind us just didn't really realize that that was happening and kind of got pushed up in it and drove over our car. So a lot more damage than I anticipated. I mean, like I said, I seen it coming. I seen his direction into the corner and knew that he wasn't going to turn. So it's just like I said, tempers kind of flared over from the first one, I believe, and just it's been an ongoing thing for years. You know, it sucks. But like I said, just chalk it up as a loss and move forward, I guess, and just keep plucking away. I don't think anything more I can do on my end.
Yeah, got it. I mean, unfortunately, that can be the sport. And emotions can get high. Especially in racing. Just like you were alluding to. You have to go to work on Monday. I mean, it's a lot of extra work to get the car ready for the following race. I mean, is that just your work style, kind of nose to the grindstone. I mean, sure it's a little bit stressful trying to get a car fixed during the week while you have your day job.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy for any of us, right? I mean, it's not, I mean, we're at the local level. We're not at the NASCAR level. We do this, a lot of us do this for a hobby. I mean, a lot of us pay the bills and go to work in the morning, and so does Jimmy Blewett, you know? I mean, he's no different than me or anybody else at that racetrack that has to go to work Monday, but he's fortunate enough to have seven of these things sitting in his garage, and a lot of guys that'll be there doing it. You know, I have my one bullet, and it's just me and Kevin and Worm. We're they're a bunch of old timers. I don't have a bunch of young bucks in here turning wrenches for me every single night. I don't. And it's not just all me. You know, Kevin does a lot of it. Worm does a lot of it, but it's a lot of work. You know, he knows that too. So it just sucks. Like I hate tearing up equipment like that. I feel like I don't drive like that to get that in return. You know, I really try and race people the way I get raced. I mean, I am aggressive. I'm not going to take that away. I definitely drive over my head plenty of times, but um, yeah, I just hate tearing up equipment like that. It sucks, especially that bad. Not saying that that was his intentions at all, you know, but it happened. So now here we are in the shop till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, and probably going to be later at the end of this week trying to get it done for the Garden State. So yeah, it just sucks. Doesn't need to happen. We could all go there and have fun and go racing, you know. So yeah, I hate it. I hate it for everybody else involved too. You know, I mean, Jarrett had a bunch of damage too. I'm sure Tommy had some damage as well. So um, just I don't know. Just it sucks all around.
Yeah, I got you. Sometimes, just like you said, you need to chalk it all up as a loss and move on to the next one. But unfortunately, in the meantime, that can be a lot of work for as you were just going over. We were talking about last time about the resin and with the tires. And, I know they put some resin down in the corners. I mean, did you feel any of that on the tires throughout the night in both races, or just not enough put down?
No, yeah, I think they definitely sprayed a decent amount. And like Jimmy alluded before the race, he came up to us and asked, told us what he sprayed and what he was going to do there, and um, that they didn't want to go overboard and make it just top dependent. And I thought they did a great job as far as the spray. It was like just enough to where it wasn't overkill where everyone went up there, but if we could get the rubber built up there, I think it would have been like a nice two-lane racetrack. I mean, I went up there a couple times in the Sportsman just to feel, and I didn't lose ground at all. I couldn't really gain. I wouldn't be able to go out there and pass, but on restarts, I think you could kind of do something with it. So I think if they sprayed a little bit more, or we could get rubber on it, it would have helped a lot. Like I said in the modified, I was super tight. Um, and kind of moved up there to see if I could get it to work. I mean, like I said, I don't think it completely killed my lap time. I don't think it helped, but yeah. So I think it was a smart move. I think it's definitely in the right direction.
Yeah, sounds like a good building point, especially with the new tires. Um, Getting into the NASCAR stuff. I mean, no, was the off weekend this past weekend in preparation for the Garden State Classic, and just as you were saying, a lot to fix on the car. And no, you were out in PA with Nick on Sunday for the dirt stuff. I mean, any thoughts on Michigan? I mean, Ruggiero wins ARCA, Heim trucks. I mean, Denny walks away with the Cup trophy there. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't really get a chance to watch on Sunday, unfortunately, because of being out racing with my buddy Nick. But I seen that Denny won the race. It seemed like he came back and he got spun out early, right?
Yeah, well, he started from the rear, but he won the pole, but they made adjustments, and I think really the big question in the garage is what adjustments did he make? Obviously it was legal to get him back out there, but yeah, no, he did win the pole, but they just decided the team did start him from the back. I mean, he started on the front row the week before and blew the restart, so I guess they decided just to do the
Yeah, they
same
don't
thing.
care. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that's the good luck charm.
yeah, I mean there was that scary wreck with Bell, which I'm sure
Yeah,
you've
that's
seen
crazy.
yeah, I mean like just I mean and like watching in a real time, he brushed the wall, but I mean they literally had to get the jaws of life out to get the to get the wall back out to put more foam in it. Glad I couldn't believe that. I thought he was going to get out of the car and fall to his knees like Bubba did at Pocono years ago. Um,
Yeah, yeah, it just shows that they've came a long way with the new car too. Um, as far as it soaking up a lot of them hits, I mean, look at the hit that Kurt Busch took a couple years ago that ended his career at
yeah.
Pocono. How rigid everything is. So that's a good sign on NASCAR's end as well.
Hey, are you there?
You got me?
Yeah, I lost you for a second. All good. Um, but yeah, you were just saying on NASCAR's end about the crash.
Yeah, I said just how far NASCAR's come with the safety stuff too. I mean it shows how good they've come with soaking up these big G-force hits. I mean, look at the wreck with Kurt Busch a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah, and
I
he
mean that wreck ended his career at Pocono, and he really didn't even really hit that hard, and destroyed his back. And so yeah, it's good to see.
yeah, no, for sure. Definitely felt the same way. It was really cool to see your cousin Martin on the broadcast. I kind of forgot he was going to be on the Prime broadcast, but as a local Jersey guy, really got my whole family pumped up. I know you didn't watch the whole race like you said, but that was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool to see him on TV and back at the racetrack. I know there's a lot of people that are happy to see that in general. Hopefully he had a good time. It seemed like he was enjoying himself with uh, just being an analyst, right? He is good with the insight and just knowledge with racing. So uh, it would be cool to see him do it again. Hopefully he had fun. I mean, him and Junior are buddies. I'm sure Junior kept it interesting with him the whole time. So. He didn't seem too out of place. He seemed like he was enjoying himself. So hopefully he does it again.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, just as you said, the insight that he brings is really cool to see what he's thinking about the racing now. And yeah, just sure he had a good time catching up with Junior. Getting into Pocono. I mean, Martin's won there before. You've been there. That's kind of our local one of our local NASCAR tracks along with Dover. Arca's going to be back there Friday night. You got O'Reilly Saturday, and then Cup on Sunday. I mean, we can get into the predictions. They haven't come out with the full entry list for Arca. I believe Ruggiero will be back in the Gibbs car. Then of course you got a bunch of other good options. Jake Bowman. Any thoughts and predictions for Arca?
Um, that's gonna be a tough one. I know. I'd have to say it would be a nitro car. Hmm. Is Finch running?
Uh, I don't believe so.
Hmm.
Um,
Because he ran good there. I think a couple years ago or last year. Um. Huh. So I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the entry list. I don't even know on that one.
yeah, yeah, same here. I mean, my pick would be the Gibbs, just because I think Ty won that like 2018, 2019 when they ran there years ago. But
Yeah. Gibbs
um,
had they got a good organization over there to be. They're hard to beat
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
no,
ARCA.
you got that. And I was really surprised when they won at the beginning of the year at Daytona that was their first super speedway win in the ARCA car for them. But I mean they always
You
bring a
there?
fast ARCA car. So, yeah, then getting into O'Reilly. I mean, predictions for that one.
Um, I think Cole Custer. I mean, I seen that he's going to be running a car um under the Haas banner, so that would be cool to see him run good. Obviously, I like to see Sheldon do good, or I really like all the JRM cars, but it'd be cool to see somebody else run up front. I mean, the Gibbs or JGR or JRM cars are always up front. So yeah, I'd like to see Cole Custer pull it off. That'd be my pick.
Solid pick. It definitely one of the drivers I'll be touching upon on the preview show for Pocono. And as we've talked about our past conversations, and then having Cole come on the show before, big supporter of Cole, and he's won, as we know, several times in the Xfin or O'Reilly series. So yeah, definitely a favorite. I'm gonna go with a Gibbs guy. He's really been showing out, and we can get into the Pandora's box about if he's going to take Denny's seat in 2027. But give me Brent Cruz. I really think. I mean, I know he hasn't won yet, but one of these races, I think he's going to break through.
Yeah, he's been running really good. I mean, he's a good shoe. I mean, him and like they said, him and Connor grew up racing against each other and were 1-2, 2-1. You know what I mean? So, um, everybody knew leading up to his career he was going to be good, right? Once he just got the laps and comfortable. So, yeah, that's definitely a solid pick. I'm sure he's going into it with a lot of sim time and a lot of practice. And like you said, it's his first time at some of these tracks, so it's not easy to get up to speed quick. I mean, you're going 180, especially like entering those tunnel turns. Um, that's not Pocono's not going to be an easy racetrack just to pick up on, especially. So, obviously he's with a good organization. So I think that's a solid pick. I think he's going to run really good with his background.
Yeah, we'll see. Um, Thanks. Yeah, just like that turn one always, when they enter there, like on the restarts, always, is crazy. Seems like that one always is exciting. And then Cup. I mean, Denny has won the last two races. Briscoe won there last year. Gibbs is going to be strong. You think anyone is going to be able to make a run at Gibbs, or you think one of the drivers will take the trophy?
Oh, shoot, it's hard to say. I mean, Reddick's really good there. Him and Cole Custer had some pretty good battles in the
Yeah.
Xfinity stuff there. That was a good race. So I'd obviously I'm a Reddick fan, so I'd like to see Reddick do good. Um, Chase Briscoe was really good there last year, and it was cool to see the 19 run good there. Obviously, with Martin running it, so I always like to see the 19 run good at Dover or Pocono, just because I feel like Martin had a little bit to say about those setups and why they're so good at those tracks. So yeah, I think my pick's going to be the 19, just because I'd like to see them boys go back to victory lane.
Heck yeah, it was very exciting to see that last year, and just like you said, totally agree that Martin has helped with those notebooks with James and everything. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it with Gibbs. I'm gonna say Denny gets his eighth win at Pocono all time. And I mean, I had Briscoe as my backup, and I really think it's gonna stay in Joe Gibbs. The trophy for Pocono. Just the notebooks that they have, and the long runs, the short runs. Really think they'll be showing out there on Sunday.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I mean, like you said, Denny's just on fire right now. I mean, he's just firing on all cylinders. He was last year. Um, so yeah, I think he's obviously gonna be a tough one to beat. I was gonna choose him, but that ain't right. I mean, the guy's won enough this year. Give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, you got that right. Can't argue with that. And yeah, I was listening to NASCAR radio on Sirius XM on the way home after the race driving up north. I was really surprised. I mean, you said Denny's won a lot, and obviously a lot through his career. I was surprised the amount of people that called into Sirius XM and said that NASCAR had the fix in for Denny with the lawsuit and everything. And I get it, and old timers can we can get that way in the sport. But I was just surprised by the amount of people that were thinking that NASCAR had the fix with Denny, and he's just performing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to fix anything in that in racing. I mean, geez. So many unpredictables on restarts and all that. I mean, it's tough to say. Pit road penalties. I mean, jacks. I mean, guns going. I mean, there's just so many predict variables. So it's a tough one to kind of I'd say think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some ways around them with tech and all that stuff, but again, there's so much money involved. It would be hard to justify that.
Yeah, yeah, more you win, the more haters you're gonna get, I guess. But yeah, I appreciate you touching on all the NASCAR stuff and the insight there. Moving to the Garden State Classic. You'll be there. We'll be there on Saturday. Gonna be a long one, and really excited for it. They were supposed to be 150 laps, but they moved it down to 125. I mean, really going to be an exciting race. It seems like it's going to be a good car count. And what are your expectations and what are your thoughts going into it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said earlier, I really like these long distance races. I think I excel better um, on the longer runs, hitting my marks repetition rather than just the 40 lap sprints. So I'm looking forward to it. Been a lot of work this week as far as just getting things ready. So I'm just hopefully looking forward to just a clean, safe race and just getting through the whole all 125. I don't know if we're doing a change tire or not. I haven't seen that yet. So yeah, I like I said, I like these longer races, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be a good crowd. The crowd's been good lately. And we got a lot of money on the line, so let's go win the cash, right?
Yeah, yeah, got that right. Definitely would be a nice cherry on the top after the damage 2 weeks ago. We were just talking about the 100 lapper and the Sportsman. That was up and down as we were saying. I mean, does that kind of I know you're prepared for each and every race, but does that give you a little taste for the that duration? I mean, you were just saying how much you do like the longer races, as you said before. But did you feel like that set you up in a good direction?
Yeah, yeah, I think that definitely helps. I mean, just getting repetition in a laps period always helps. And seeing how those American racers were, even though it's a totally different tire, harder tire too than the modified stuff, it's still something to kind of get an idea on what they can do as far as durability and such. So, yeah, I definitely don't think it hurt. I think it definitely helped me getting ready and preparing.
Awesome. Yeah, no, just curious about that, and yeah, really excited for 125 laps on Saturday night, and hope you can be there at the end. Definitely going to be a good one, and appreciate the time again, Tyler. And yeah, we'll talk after the 125 laps.
Sounds good, buddy. I appreciate everything and thanks for having me.
Yeah, same here. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you, buddy.